Hey, ElvisCupGuy here. Hey, you guys are not going to believe what I'm getting ready to show you. First of all, let me just say this. I've got a rare 45 RPM record put out in the mid-70s by none other than Daredevil, EVEL Knievel. So I'm going to play a little bit of that for you. Also, you've heard of Elvis promotional material, promotional movie memorabilia, posters, promotional albums, not for sale, disc jockey only, all that kind of stuff. Well, have you ever heard of an Elvis Presley promotional book? Well, if you haven't, I'm going to show you one. And at the very end of this video, I've got a surprise. It's a mystery clip of EVEL Knievel. I'm not going to tell you what jump it was, but it was in the mid-70s. And I'm not going to tell you where it was. And I'm not going to tell you if EVEL Knievel made it or not. But EVEL Knievel jumps something with his motorcycle, and you're not going to believe what happened. So anyway, stay tuned, and it's going to start now.
It seems that everywhere in this world I go, no matter who or what I know, the people, they look, and most of them stare, and I wonder if they really care. You see this king with his golden crown. Some of them smile, but most of them frown. I hear them laugh, and I see them cry. No matter what, they all ask why. Why? Well, I'm just like you, and you, and you, and your wife. We all have a special purpose in life. And my way of life, I'm glad that I found, for like you, I too make the world go round.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing and seeing that rare EVEL Knievel 45 RPM record from the 70s. Now, I'm getting ready to show you something you guys have probably never seen. It's an Elvis Presley promotional book. I know you've heard of promotional records, LPs, 45s, movie memorabilia, movie posters, press books. But have you ever seen an Elvis Presley promotional book? Okay, so anyway, if you haven't, stay tuned and you're going to see one right now, and it's coming up next. All right, what you guys are looking at now are 3 copies of Careless Love, The Unmaking of Elvis Presley by Peter Guralnick. Okay, now the 2 on the left are the official release, hardcover with dust jacket, first editions, okay, and I'm going to thumb through it and kind of show you what they look like real quick. You know, the opening page, title page, ISBN information, there's a photo there at the beginning, there's all that information on the left, and, you know, dedication. And the official book, when it was released, hardcover, was 767 pages long. And you can see it right there, okay? Like I said, I have a couple copies of the official release. But what I'm going to show you now on the right here is what you call an uncorrected advance proof copy from Little Brown. And these were sent out to, you know, editors, critics, people that were going to do reviews on the book, some of the people there that would actually check for mistakes, grammatical errors, all that kind of stuff. But there's the spine. And on the front cover, it said 752 pages, which, as I just told you, the official one had 767 pages in it. And it also says on the front cover, I showed you just a second ago, the following is so indicated will appear in the finished book. 12 black and white illustrations, and it would be trimmed with a border 6 by 9 1/4. But anyway, I'm just going to thumb through this, and it had, you know, like a promotional page there at the front, and there's a little bit of the, like a prologue. And there it is, Careless Love. And there's where a photograph would go. There on the left, but it's blank. So when they referred to 12 black and white photos would be in the finished book, finished edition, those are blank pages. Okay, and there it is again. There's another one where they did not put the photo in, and I guess they, you know, have to wait to see if they've got the clearance to use the photos, the copyright, and all that kind of stuff. So they leave those blank. All right, but I'm just thumbing through it here. And, you know, Peter Guralnick did a great job on this book. He did a companion book called Elvis Presley, The Last Train to Memphis, which covered Elvis's, you know, pre-fame, when he was born, even some of his family history before he was born, all the way up to when he was in the Army. And then this book, Careless Love, The Unmaking of Elvis, is after the Army until Elvis's death. But I highly recommend both of these books. But this book is great. But hey, just like with any book, there are still going to be some mischaracterizations, mistakes in the book. And I found, I'm sure there's quite a few, but I actually found one in this book, and I'm going to show it to you now. Okay, and the reason, there it is, okay, that bottom paragraph, the reason I know about this particular portion of this book, this segment of this page here, is because I was actually at this concert, okay? Now, what it says here is, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, that was what he did when he played Johnson City, Tennessee, once again on February 19th, on the third to last night of the tour. The following night, so if that was February 19th, the following night would be February 20th, which was a Sunday night in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, I saw him on Monday night, the 21st. But it says here, the following night, which would be the 20th, he called Terry Alden up on stage, which is Ginger Alden's sister, and had her perform her talent piece from the beauty contest, a Russian toccata on the piano. And she said, I'll get you for this. Now, the thing is, he did not do that on February 20th, the day after Johnson City. He did it on February 21st, on Monday night, the night I saw him. Because I saw her get up on stage, and she sat down at the piano, and she played it, okay? And not only did I hear it, I recorded it. I snuck a tape recorder in and audio taped the concert. So you can hear, I've got it. And I've done videos on it. You can go back and watch them. But anyway, and if you turn the page there and you see it there at the top, it says, his performance, for the most part, seemed to reflect his good mood. That didn't stop him from showing his frustration later in the program, however, because he was unable to reach the high notes of his latest release, Moody Blue, and he tore up the lyric sheet in a combination of bravado and helpless rage. That is not true. It says later in the show, okay, after she did her piano bit. That's not true. He did Moody Blue at the beginning of the show. He didn't miss any high notes. In fact, Moody Blue really didn't even have any big high notes, and he pulled it off. And I think as a kind of a joke, he kind of tossed the lyric sheet down just to prove that he knew the song. All right, as promised, I saved the best for last. I'm getting ready to show you guys a mystery EVEL Knievel motorcycle daredevil jump. I'm not going to tell you where it took place. I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but it was in the 70s, of course. And I'm not going to tell you if EVEL Knievel makes it or not. You're going to have to wait and see for yourselves. But anyway, trust me, you're not going to want to miss it, and it's coming up now.
And now the first time this head-on in normal speed. Dramatic shot of the trampoline in effect. Now let's look at this dramatic shot head-on in slow motion and see exactly now what causes the problem. He doesn't quite make the landing ramp with his back wheel, and you see this springboard effect that he gets with that gap. And there it is, gripping those handlebars, trying hard to get away from the bike. And there you see him tumbling away, but the bike almost crawling after him and crushing into him. And it really does take a man with a special brand of courage to come back after this.
Was Elvis on a motorcycle?
It's EVEL Knievel, hon.